Yeah. So these guys are kind of fun because they're younger, and so they're kind of making fun of the stuffiness.
Yeah.
So
Good for them.
that's a play
Hold
on
on.
Burgundy.
Oh,
Bourgeois.
oh,
So it's an Bourgeois.
Yeah.
Garage Dior. So OPP is also an homage to 90s hip hop song. And I had this on my list. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, some of these ones are on your list.
This was on my list.
Oh, that's the Ridge?
Ridge.
Yeah.
So this is a blend from their vineyards down by Monterey. And so it's Zin, Petit Syrah, and Carignan, and Mataro, which I'm actually not that familiar
And it was the only ridge they had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
this
she
is
said
it's
it was
really
on her
phenomenal.
list.
So I had that on my list.
Zin, Petit Syrah. I'm not familiar with Carignan.
Carignan is a French blending grape.
Okay.
And let's see, this guy, Cabernet Franc. I don't know a lot about the producer, but Cabernet Francs tend to be really phenomenal. I don't know how familiar
Nice
you are with
label.
them.
I really like that.
Yeah, so.
I really like that.
Yeah, are you familiar with Cab Francs? Like, have you
No.
had much?
Uh-huh.
So Cab Franc is the father to Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh.
Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc made a baby, and it was
Aw.
Cabernet Sauvignon. So Cabernet Franc
I've heard of, I've had Cab Franc, but I didn't,
is really,
know that
really
anything about
incredible.
it. Yeah.
So Cabernet Franc is like everything masculine about Cabernet Sauvignon. So it's like really big, but it's really earthy, and it's really special. It's one of the coolest wines out there, I think. This is a Chardonnay. This is a phenomenal producer out of Oregon, Domaine Drouin. They make Burgundy grapes, so they do Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. Just so fine. Like if you didn't know, you would think that these were from Burgundy. They're really, really beautiful wines. So it's a Chardonnay. These are the ones we had last night. This we had in San Diego. It's a Chateauneuf du Pape, but it's under the Kirkland label, so it was only $20.
Yeah.
It's such a fine wine.
How
It's
do you
so
know
incredible.
what it is beyond Kirkland?
So Chateauneuf du Pape is
But
a
that's
region.
variety. Oh, it's a
It's a
region.
region in the southern Rhone,
Yeah.
where they have really special soil.
Yeah.
They have like a really chalky soil, so they're able to grow Grenache really well in this soil. So Chateauneuf du Pape is part of the Southern Rhone, which the Southern Rhone focuses primarily on Syrah, but in the Chateauneuf du Pape they focus primarily on Grenache. So Chateauneuf du Pape is typically a blend of Grenache and Syrah and Mourvedre and Cinsault.
So you're saying pretty
These
much
are the
any
grapes.
Chateauneuf du Pape is
A fine wine.
good?
Yeah.
Because I, when I still lived in Texas, I kind of latched on to this wine.
It's
I'm not
they
sure I've
tend-
ever had it.
Yeah, so it's a really small part of the Southern Rhone, and it's just has some of the most special, unique soil in the world.
It has cherries.
Cherries.
Yay.
And dark chocolate.
There you go.
Yeah.
But this wine, I just couldn't believe how good it was.
Yeah.
When I saw like Kirkland Chateauneuf du Pape, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I can
right.
try it, and I just couldn't believe it.
So you've had this one?
I've had this one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
These two were on my list.
Uh,
I know a lot about this producer and love this producer, but haven't had this specific one. And then Longmeadow Ranch is a really, really phenomenal estate up in Napa. So it's from the Rutherford region of Napa.
Okay.
And Longmeadow Ranch is, I don't think they're biodynamic, but they have a really famous restaurant on their property called, I'll have to look it up, I can't remember. But the restaurant is just as famous as the winery. And so they source everything that they make at the restaurant is harvested from their gardens there. So they do everything really well. And I had a Longmeadow Ranch wine on my list. It wasn't this one. but Longmeadow Ranch is a
And they
really
did
great
have a red,
label.
there was a red there for
Yeah,
them as well, I
yeah.
recall, yeah.
So Longmeadow Ranch is just a really stellar label. I have a friend that used to be the culinary director for the restaurant there.
Is, the restaurant L'Aubergine?
No, it is,
Oh, no,
where,